have been terrified. They ran out of here crying. Lots of people have been scratched.
Everybody was like, what is that? And started taking pictures, and there's 3 scratches that are welting.
I've, for quite a long time, have believed that he does want people to be afraid of him.
Isolated in Jones County, Iowa, a once thriving establishment, now a harbor for wandering souls.
If that's you, make it go off again.
Voices heard in empty rooms, ghostly figures seen walking the halls, visitors attacked by a dark presence. Now a paranormal investigator and psychic medium are teaming up to uncover what dwells inside.
Somebody wants you to know that they're there.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna be pushed down, like I could fall to the ground.
I'm simply looking to bridge a gap, even with the darkness, because it's part of the story of this location. You can't have light without the darkness, and we are here to prove that. What are you feeling?
Scared. So many emotions. It's anger and frustration. Like nobody's listening. So, tall figure, yeah?
I was actually physically pushed, walking from the laundry room down that long hallway into the dining room. I believe it was probably, the guy that lives in the basement, otherwise known as the Joker.
All I hear is, I'll swallow your soul.
Step inside the darkness at one of the most haunted places in the country. Welcome to the Ghost Realm.
We're pulling into the manor. I'm gonna get some of Lydia's initial thoughts.
This side feels a little bit darker. Even just being outside, like, it feels darker.
You don't know the history. You're unfamiliar with the location. You haven't studied any of the paranormal stories. I've kept all of the stories from you.
Right. It is unknown. It is very unknown, but it's almost as if there's a beckoning, right? Like a calling.
How are you feeling emotionally?
Semi-apprehensive. Like, honestly, it's not fear of walking into this building. It's, what am I going to encounter? What am I going to see? what am I going to experience? A woman at the door, waiting, like charts, like patient chart type deal. Like, it's waiting. Come on, what are you doing? Like, that's what I'm getting as of right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you waiting on? Yeah, it feels different each side.
It's also extremely cold out here right now, so we are, besides investigating, we are also dealing with the elements. It has a very desolate vibe. We feel like we are in the middle of nowhere, but it feels like we are in sort of a desolate, alone, abandoned type vibe.
In our own little bubble.
So whatever we experience in the building tonight is going to be from whatever is inside of the actual building.
What makes a place haunted? Over 100 years of history, death, emotions, and abandonment. The perfect setting for paranormal activity. Built in 1911, this former Jones County poor farm served as a containment for the poor, elderly, sick, and insane. Inmates with mental illness living alongside children abandoned by their parents serves as a haunting reminder of the nation's past. Stories of abuse by patients and staff were common. Orderlies were introduced, as those labeled insane were known for lashing out. This caused the establishment to build a padded cell for the most violent. Documented suicides, assaults, and shady happenings overshadowed the light of the manor. The old county home became obsolete, changing owners many times before closing its doors in 2010. All remaining inmates were removed. It was the end of an era. While the manor was a fairly peaceful existence, a century of abuse, neglect, and emotions have imprinted on the building. That energy does not die. So when searching for a haunted location, look no further than Edinburgh Manor. Visitors have seen apparitions walking down halls. Voices heard in otherwise empty spaces. And some have ran out after being physically attacked by an unseen presence.
This area straight through here historically has always had a lot of activity. There's a gentleman that stands in this hallway that I have felt multiple times. I am not sure if he stands in the doorway of the bedroom or in the doorway of the bathroom. I don't feel threatened. He's just watching. He definitely wants to know what people are doing and why. I suppose, for lack of a better word, listening evidence. Second floor, middle of the hallway as well. Lots of footsteps, lots of knocking, tapping. People have been known to get scratched on this floor, either in room 200 there or just generally anywhere in the hallway. Historically, we've called this the blue room because it has blue curtains, and we are on the women's wing. The ladies in the room are both very sad as well. This one is angry. She has been known to make people physically ill. That's how she manifests what she wants people to know. And the other lady on this side, unfortunately, doesn't have a lot of verbal skills that I'm able to tell. I don't know that we've been able to figure out what rooms people have died in. other than the gentleman on the first floor that hung himself. That's a verifiable, he did do that in that room down there. Because they worked together, they moved around together. You know, it was only their sleeping quarters really that were separated. So the more prominent ones tend to seem to stay on their own side as far as I'm able to tell. Not to say that they don't move around for sure. So when you transition to the men's side on the second floor, through this area here feels pretty heavy to me. I know there's a gentleman in the red curtained room. I know he is very tall, very large, and he's kind of stooped. I have felt him multiple times. He generally paces in the corner of the room. I have had people show me what appears to be footage of him standing in this doorway or at the blue room doorway. Pretty much anywhere I always get the sadness as well that just overlays the whole thing. A lot of people who lived here didn't understand why they were here. Some people can feel it and some people can't. Sometimes I feel like I have to get prepared to go to the basement. I'm not intimidated by the people that are down here, even though they would like me to be. Throughout this area here, between the room at the end of the hall, the darker room in there is generally a lot of activity, a lot of shadow figures. This dining room here, I was actually physically pushed, walking from the laundry room down that long hallway into the dining room. And it was in the middle of the day. And I don't know why. I believe it was probably, you know, the guy that lives in the basement, otherwise known as the Joker. And I didn't really know what to think of at first. I was like, wait a minute. I know that happened because I physically moved. I was the only person in the hallway. It was more a matter of fact of, why did you do that? What is it I'm supposed to know? And he's really tall.
So with being down here right now, what is your feelings at the moment?
He's watching. I think he's in that room down there. He tends to hang out more in this hallway here. He feeds off the energies. I've, for quite a long time, have believed that he does want people to be afraid of him. It's kind of like that gives him more energy and more power, and I try not to feed into that. Other people have had a completely different experience. They have been terrified. They ran out of here crying. Lots of people have been scratched. Off the top of my head, I can think of at least 10. And those are only the ones I know about. Sometimes people come, they do their investigations, and I have no idea what they've captured, what has happened to them. A lot of people get physically ill. That to me is along the lines of a scratching. It's just not that. Scratching is definitely an overt thing that happens to people. Somebody wants you to know that they're there. I had one lady, she was going out the door and she got a scratch down her side of her face. They can do a lot of stuff that I can't comprehend. This is kind of a contained area. There's not a lot of space through here. So the padded room here, I always assumed that this was what they called the cell. The blueprint showed a cell. I knew it was a little weird, it was different. They always knew they were gonna house people who may need some extra attention and to be off by themselves for a little while. So they utilized the padded room. It would have hung from the ceiling, been secured to the floor, and there would have been a steel door here with a window in it, so they could at least keep eyes on them. This room here, I don't get any negativity from this one. The negativity for me comes from this one. This is the darkest room in the building. Dark for me meaning no light penetrates this room. I have witnessed people being touched, but my experience has been when there are people here, a lot of times it hangs out in this room to wait for people to come. I'm not getting just a dizzy. Not so much the negativity, but it's definitely pressing. So yeah, there's definitely an energy in this room at the moment.
Many investigators have come to the same conclusion. The Edinburgh Manor is haunted. Paranormal investigator and filmmaker Cam Cross stayed here alone overnight many years ago.
We've had
Sweet midgets. What is that?
pickles.
He captured some of the most compelling evidence to date.
Can you leave if you want to?
With signs pointing to the darker presence in the basement.
There's something walking around behind me. It's never a good thing when it says that.
Once Cam ended his investigation, he noticed multiple scratch marks down his neck, just like so many others. But the manor is not all dark. The guardian spirits of the manor became very fond of his presence. A tour guide using a K2 method asked the spirits for their thoughts on Cam, mentioning his impending return.
Do you remember Cam? He's gonna come back soon. Do you want him to come back? I hope you know that you can trust me and you can trust Cam, okay? Thank you. That's amazing.
4 years later, will the ghosts wandering Edinburgh Manor remember Cam? And how will they interact as he brings in Psychic Medium Lydia? The two of them will be locked down inside the building overnight, alone. The basement is notoriously dark, where many have been scratched by an entity known as the Joker. This entity is said to be hostile, throwing objects and striking fear into anyone who dare enter. Earlier in the day, Cam was filming scenes for this production when one of his acting crew was attacked.
Yeah, so we're just shooting a scene. Like, literally, this just happened. She just came in and showed me the scratch marks.
I'm like, what do you mean? And then everybody started taking pictures.
It's 3 of them. Okay, turn around and tell me what happened.
Why is it always...
Keep the audio clean and just explain it to me.
I went upstairs and my daughter went to give me a hug and the wig was in the way and that fell off and then it hurt. And as soon as that happened, everybody was like, what is that? And started taking pictures and there's 3 scratches that are welting.
Let's see it. Move your hair out of the way for me.
I think that's your first time actually physically.
Yeah, that's 3 scratches.
But
So you didn't feel it
was-
right away?
No, it was right when I got inside and she went to hug me and knocked the wig off that I could feel it because she touched it.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
There's nothing
fine.
sharp on
No,
this.
there's nothing on there. That's what we were trying to figure out because I
Well,
didn't
it's
feel anything.
3 lines.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect scratches.
And they're
And they're
even like a
welty.
centimeter apart.
Yeah. I've seen that so many times. I've been scratched here the same way down the side of my neck, like down to my collarbone. So like I trust me.
noticed.
It threw me
It's always
off
3.
because I didn't feel anything at all, and they're like, "That it's welted. It looks red," and I'm like, "What are you like? Show me."
You know, it's so wild how straight they are, but you can tell by that.
The investigation hasn't even begun, and the spirits are making themselves known. But activity didn't start here.
Oh,
Only one.
Joker. Okay, well, all right. Where's he at?
Upon arrival that day, 2 members were taunting the entity known as the Joker, as a loud slam was heard beside them.
Where's he at?
What will Cam and Lydia uncover in one of the most haunted places in the country? It's time to find out.
You ready to do this?
Let's do the damn thing.
How does it feel looking up at the building?
Overwhelming. Like, for real, overwhelming. I'm ready, though.
The wind is ripping. It's a creepy ambience. Inside of the building, all you hear is this low, vibrating, almost sounds like a train is passing by because the wind is so loud inside the building, it's just reverberating off the walls. So you've got the perfect creepy ambience here tonight. There's only one way we have to kick this off. She's never been here before, so she's gonna ring the bell for us. And that's how you introduce a new guest at Edinburgh Manor. Lock the door, nobody's coming in behind us. It is just us two in the building.
Something. Is standing right down there. So there was a figure, a shadow figure in here. Like, but it was almost like, come here, let me show you something. Let me show you. Specifically, my elbow is freezing cold. Like I'm being held and led. Exit?
You can go down. It's to the upper floor or basement.
Yeah, no.
Don't like that? What'd you feel opening up that door?
A wave of anxiety, like I'm gonna get you. Very apprehensive. Physical violence. Stuff being thrown at people or physical harm done to each other. A level of abuse was done here, more than necessary. Not that abuse is ever necessary, but more than necessary. Like there's restraints and then there's like overdoing it. And I don't want to say family, but close. But it's very busy in here. We just came from down there.
Yes.
It just walked in front of the door. It's standing in front of that freaking door. I walk by here and it feels hard to breathe. Like I want to stay, but I don't.
In the building or just the spot?
Right in there. I don't want to go in there.
That means we should.
I know. Heavy. Real heavy. Like I feel like I'm gonna be pushed down, like I could fall to the ground. It's like tremoring sick. Like dying sick. Okay, you can't have me. You need to stop.
Did you hear that?
Okay, you can't have me. You need to stop.
Did you hear that? That sounded like a raspy, screaming, like growl.
Okay, you can't have me. You need to stop. I'm going blind. I can't see. Like there's a vision problem. I don't want to go in here. It wasn't happy, but it was shelter. It's a roof over your head. Okay. Oh, I want to throw up. I want to throw up. There's a man. Hello? Somebody was held under the water. Like almost being forced to take a bath, holding my shoulders down. I don't know, it's not trying to confuse, but yes, trying to confuse.
So when you picked up on this room here that we just left, you said you felt like you were going to throw up.
There's definitely a male figure in this room. It's not nice. It's a sick feeling. Like I feel I don't want to be around you, if that makes sense. Like it's not.
So it's not a physical sickness,
It's you repulse me. It's still in there.
Does he know that you're there?
In the middle of the room. Yeah,
He's aware of us.
Yeah, it's very aware.
There's a gentleman that stands in this hallway that I have felt multiple times.
Did you hear that knocking?
I heard that one. Right after you said it, a knock.
This is the little girls. I know you're watching. You're sick. And in the corner.
Which corner?
I keep looking over in that corner right there.
When you said you're sick, what do you mean by that?
Like sick and dying sick. Like terminally sick.
Why do you think they're still here?
You know why we're still here.
That's what it just said. Repeat it.
You know why we're still here.
That's how it was said?
Yeah.
So what's the reason?
Tethered.
They're stuck.
Unfinished. Stop. I don't like you. Almost as if I was hijacked, like.
You feel them trying to do that?
Like trying to talk through me, channeling. Like that's what that is. That's exactly what that is. It's an invasive feeling. And that was invasive. That was, we're gonna talk and you're gonna listen. Almost as if they've lost their mind. very scatterbrained. I don't want to say borderline crazy, but it is. Not all there. Like, I'm waiting to see a padded room or something.
They always knew they were going to house people who may need some extra attention and to be off by themselves for a little while. So they utilized the padded room.
And you're completely unaware of what kind of patients were here. What they called everybody inmates.
Yeah.
They were all here for different reasons.
They hurt themselves. There was head trauma. Like, somebody, like, I see somebody getting punched in the side of the head. But it could even be like, oh.
You mean like self-inflicted?
Yes.
I saw you do it to yourself just now.
Like, But now I'm getting fucking angry.
What are you walking into?
I went from hostile to calm. It makes no sense. It's anger and frustration. Like, nobody's listening. You are not listening. Like, it's very quick flipping, like constantly switching. Mental illness, like big time mental illness. So many emotions. I'm holding, like, I got a death grip on it. I feel like I'm gonna be pushed down the fucking stairs. So, tall figure, yeah? I don't even want to talk about this. I heard footsteps as we were coming down. That's why I stopped. And you did not move. It was shuffling. Oh. Mm-mm. It's mutual respect. It's okay. I just want to see. I don't want to hurt you. Okay. Tall. Long fingers and arms. Long face. But like drooping, like whitish gray almost, like death. And I don't want to call it hair, but it's like string and really tall. Almost like Slender Man, but different. And it smells you.
You're talking about me.
Yeah. Drool dripping down its mouth. Almost as if it's salivating. Like, all I hear is, I'll swallow your soul. Oh, wow. The face, though, like, it's like... So, there's that painting, like this, what is it, the Scream?
Yeah.
Long, gray, white, pale, black eyes.
Why me? Why is it about me?
You're...
Don't hold back.
I don't want to call it your companion, but it is your companion.
The thing you're describing, or the thing that...
No, the thing that it wants is your companion, your protection. It thinks that if it can destroy your protection, it can get to you.
But it can't destroy my protection.
No, not at all. Not at all, because it doesn't have that power. It thinks it does.
But why is it singling me out and not you?
It likes you, it knows your scent, it knows your energy, it knows you. Like, it's you. Like, everything about you. Like, you are the reason. Like, it could have taken anybody else. But you're here today for a reason. That was a very, like, I drew you here. I made sure you were here. I brought you here.
That's not true, because I brought myself here.
Exactly.
I made this happen.
Exactly. It doesn't have any power. You do not have any power. I saw it scale the ceiling, hanging upside down, back bend tight, crab crawling, but head like all the way back. What is that? Move the camera back to me, please.
Are you seeing it?
Eyes. Oh.
We don't show fear. This is not us showing fear.
Oh no, I'm not afraid. Like, it wants you to look at it. Like...
Me or anyone?
Anyone. Look, it almost as if it's a look at me.
Where is my protection right now? Behind me. What is the protection? What's it look like?
This is a black... I don't want to call you a winged creature, but it is a creature. Not really a... You're being surrounded. Almost as if, like, it's a hug, and that's what's keeping you safe. You have no control. You cannot hurt me. Oh. You can't hurt me. No, you can't.
Tell me what it's saying.
Yes, I can. You don't know.
What do you describe this being as?
I can't say.
Is it like the other one?
But worse.
What would you call this, if you had to call it something?
I don't like the word. Many. Legion. Demon. Oh, cute.
How did they get here?
They say we're in the land. A long time. That was a borderline. Okay.
What does that mean?
I need to walk out of this room. Lydia needs to walk out of this room. I need to walk out of this room. Borderline, like, takeover.
I'm with you. We're with you. It's not just me here, you know this.
Yes.
You're here for a reason.
Always.
Not because they brought you here.
No. No.
Because I brought you here.
Yes.
Because we're meant to be here. Because
Yes.
we're exactly where we're meant to be. Right when we need to be there.
The universe always puts me exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be there. There are no coincidences. You are not going to make me afraid.
Did you expect this when you walked down here?
No. No.
How many are down here?
Down here,
Yeah. What you're describing.
there's at least 5.
Did you just hear that?
There's at least 5.
Did you just hear that? I can't tell if it said 3.
Uh-huh. I don't believe the 3. That's a mock.
Yeah.
A mimic.
As the investigation begins, they set up equipment and leave the building.
She is an intricate part of the investigation and helping to bridge the gap, as we've been saying. It's not just about meters and gadgets. To think like I'm standing here and there was once people with tuberculosis just sitting right up there and walked the same path that I'm walking right now. The same footsteps. Is it possible that these dimensions are overlapping one another and we're simultaneously existing? Each floor is different. Everything feels different with whatever's dwelling in the basement. And I think we all can agree that there's something going on.
A very rare EVP is captured as the REM pod is triggered. This is a rare phenomenon and remains unexplained.
What was that? I just saw a fucking shadow.
Uh-huh.
I just saw a fucking shadow dart just now.
And nobody is moving.
I don't know if I caught that on camera or not. It was like right here.
Yes. Well, that's why that went off.
Something's interfering with this shit. It was as soon as I opened the door, it literally went off. Lighting has its own frequency, and I believe that working with colors as opposed to just straight night vision or just regular lights can add some sort of levels to what we're able to see in our 3D space. So what are you feeling up here now that you're back up here and had a chance to kind of detach from the stuff going on earlier?
A little bit of anxiety, but not much. I don't want to say it's kind of quiet, but it does feel kind of quiet right now.
What do you feel like we need to do in order to get a response?
Honestly, it's not up here on the second floor. I hate to say that I feel like they are kind of pushing us down.
Gotcha.
But it's pushing us down. That's where it...
Basement?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just calling us to the basement?
Yeah.
But we go in our terms and we do this on our terms.
It is not their terms. It is ours. We're not here to hurt you. We only want to help.
You sound like a woman's voice.
We only want to help.
Come to the sound of my voice. If you can hear me, come to where I'm at. We just want to talk with you. Do you want to leave? Stone.
Ghost Tube randomly sends out the word stone. Lydia just happens to be the tour guide for the historic stone mansion. Perhaps a spirit has followed her from the location, or something highly intelligent is aware of her background.
This is deja vu. I dreamt this. I promise you can come out. You came to me in my dream. Are you lost?
Please go.
I did. I had a dream months ago that I walked down a hallway and there was...
Can I use it?
What did it say? How can I use this?
Talking about the devices.
Touch it.
I've never heard it say that before. That side, it's easier. Wait. It just said, how can I use this? And then we just heard it. We just got 2 beeps. All you have to do is walk up to that device and touch it. Get your energy around it. It'll make it go off. It'll make a loud beeping sound. That way we know you're here. It beeped like twice.
Mm-hmm. Again.
Get closer to it.
Low.
Low energy. It's more and more now. Get as close to it as you can.
It won't hurt you.
Can you give us a name? it's like coming in waves like that. I don't know. And this has gone kind of quiet.
Right.
So we are running GhostTube. I know a lot of people have, the apps can be controversial. This is the only one that I actually will use. Basically, the magnetometers within the phone, the app is able to allow that to be accessed. And in theory, they can choose to manipulate that the magnetometers, so that EMF field, the same EMF field that sets off this other equipment, can be used to trigger this and intelligently communicate with us.
I'm unsure.
I know. Do you see these lights here in front of me? If you can get close to them, that'll be enough. We don't need anything else, unless you want more. But you have to let us know you're here. You have. Get close to these lights. Walk across them. But I want you to, wherever you are, I feel like you're down here. I want you to come this way. I don't have any weapons. I'm not here to hurt anybody. We're just here to see if you're here. But I know that you are. There it is. You see that? But I know that you are. There it is. It's not because I don't believe that you're here, because I know that you are. I know that you know me. You know my intention.
I want to stay.
I'm not here to force you out of this place. I'm not here to make you leave. So when I was walking by here, I said thank you for communicating with, if you tried or whatever. And I walked by and I just hear, I don't know what that was about.
The team moves into the basement as 3 a.m. approaches.
That's activity. I just set it down and you're already making it go off. If that's you, make it go off again. False positives don't do that. It's just a green light if it's a false positive. And you saw it stop and calibrate twice, now it's doing it again. We just came down to the basement. I set this REM pod down here in the doorway. As soon as I set this down, it did its usual calibration. It went silent. And as I walked away, it started to go off. And it has since stopped, as you can see. And it's spiking. You see the blues, you see the greens, you see the yellow. That's a spike. That's not a false positive. False positive is just a steady green light. See how it's coming in little bursts? This did not go off one time on the second floor. It's raising and it's dropping. That's energy. That's not a false positive. Take this from me. You can film yourself or whatever you want to do. If you're still over here, make that device go off. I'm not afraid of you. I don't know why you're down here. I don't know what you want. I'm not here to disrespect you. I'm here to communicate and tell the story of this building the history, the spirits that still reside inside of this building. The light and the dark, the contrast, the duality. I know that you're the darkness to the light that is here. You wanted to be known earlier, but we were walking through here, and Lydia saw you. She knows what you look like. She knows your intention. But that does not mean that we're here to taunt you or disrespect you. I don't care what you said about me. I don't care what you think. My energy is here. I'm vibrating at a totally different frequency, and you know that. You have your purpose. You have your reason for existing. Otherwise, you would not. It is not me to interfere with that. Just as you are not meant to interfere with me. We're all part of the same system. Different levels, different frequencies, different dimensions, different realities. But we're all the same. We're all here. We all exist. I'm simply here to research, to understand. Why are you making noises down there when I'm right here in front of you right now? Everyone calls you the Joker. Everyone has this nickname for you, but I know that that's some man-made thing. That's just some ignorant title that somebody came up with. Where did you go? Why did you leave as I come closer to you? And see, the thing is, like, the fact that this thing is now completely silent shows you that it is not something around the environment that has caused that to go off. And now it has been silent the entire time I was over there communicating. It's completely quiet. And now it's making noises at the very, very end of this hallway.
Yeah.
How long was that sitting there?
The entire time.
Are you dimensional? Can you travel? Why do you choose to be here? What makes this space unique? Why is it so worthy of your time? So I'm going to give you a means to communicate. So we have the tripwire circled basically all the way around us with REM pods scattered around. The one back here has been going off in bursts. We've got this kind of barrier of energy detection around us. We're gonna run the spirit box. We're gonna let Lydia tune back into what is going on. It is about 3:30 in the morning. Do you remember me? Who scratched my friend on the back of her neck? Who did that?
No.
Just feel this way. Is anyone back here? Did you leave? Why are you here?
He's dead.
He's dead. Who was Lydia picking up on earlier when we were down here before? So what are you feeling now?
Like cat and mouse. Like when we were upstairs, it wanted us to come down. And when we didn't come down, this is what we get. Because we aren't playing their game.
So where are you? This is your domain and we're in it, so where are you?
Can you feel me?
When you're in here, but you're not.
So let's go find it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm hiding. Sorry, I got too close. It said I'm hiding.
Yes.
So your back is now to the padded room. When you walk in, look up. See the grates?
Yeah, I see her.
And they would have had padding on the walls as well.
Okay.
Are you trapped? Do you need help? Where are the dark entities that lurk around down here? Where are they right now? What room are they in? Tell us. What did it say?
I can't talk.
You can't tell us?
Why? Is somebody preventing you? Something keeping you?
Say it.
You have permission.
You want us to leave this area?
Where?
It said where?
No, it said look. Look where?
Make a noise. So the REM pod in the doorway has been completely silent.
Yes. You tell us to look, but you won't tell us where.
Visit me.
Visit you where?
So the next tactic is going to be mind games. Just be wary of that.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely feel the masquerading coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go down here.
Cam tells Lydia to prepare for mind games. A dark entity posing as familiar. Something Cam has experienced in the past.
So where are you at? Careful. Can you see us?
Why are you asking?
We want to understand why you are here.
Are there other entities like you that can come through that doorway?
Look over there.
One of the trip lights just went off down all the way at the end of the hallway. I saw the reflection on the wall.
As it said, look over there.
Look over there.
James.
No.
Don't.
No.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
I heard.
I don't know what that means for you, but your demeanor.
I know.
So we're gonna keep moving.
Yep.
Success.
As Cam's words come to fruition, the mind games began on Lydia.
So the next tactic is going to be mind games. Just be wary of that.
Mm-hmm.
James.
No.
Don't.
No.
What did I tell you?
It sounds like this entity is claiming victory for getting in her head.
Success.
As they press on, Lydia's energy has shifted.
No, it's not success. Successfully pissed me off.
You're okay. Keep following me.
Yeah.
Why do you lure people to this space?
Daughter.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I can feel it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not, we can go. But I know that you are. But I can also feel your thought process going through circles.
I figured the best course of action right now is to not respond, not engage.
Yes.
Me not respond, me not engage.
So we're down here in the boiler room. Very odd responses. It went from engaging with us fully to sort of playing this cat and mouse game where we're going to one area, and then when we leave the area we left, activity spiking. And I had a feeling come over me that said, I had a feeling that came over me to tell Lydia to sort of be aware of the tricks and the masquerade, because that's something that hasn't been done yet. And as we're walking down here, that's exactly what happened. A name came across that has just changed her entire demeanor, and that was the point. So it's strange that I sort of felt that coming, which does show that we have this connection as investigators, as human beings, and we're being tested by the contrast of this building, the dimensional layers that this place is absolutely full of. You can't have light without the darkness.
Duality.
And we are here to prove that. And now we're sort of feeling like this dark entity is evading us.
Assuredly.
But see, I'm not chasing after it.
No.
I'm simply looking to bridge a gap, even with the darkness, because it's part of the story of this location. Just keep that guard up.
Oh, yeah.
For whatever reason, you've backed away from
Stay.
us. Stay. For whatever reason you've backed away from us, you're going to wait till somebody else comes down here who doesn't have half the wisdom or experience of myself or Lydia, and you're going to go back to the same old shit. I understand it's their free will to come down here and communicate, so it's fair game. Just know you're not allowed to follow us out of here. That is my one and only command over you. And you must abide by that. And you know it.
You are definitely a mouthpiece.
It's gone very quiet. Ever since we started to push back, it's just like it's hiding. Knowledge is power. It just is.
Guardian.
Yes.
They retreat to the safe house outside the manor to get warm, in where Lydia confides in Cam.
So the name James is
Significant.
biological grandfather on your mom's side.
Yeah. That is his name, and James just happens to be my son's middle name.
James.
No.
And do you feel that he was around at any point during that coming through?
No, I don't believe that that was my grandfather at all. I believe that it was the Joker in the basement. Because...
Which in actuality is...
a demon. Without a shadow of a doubt. I never thought that I would say that, because I always try to keep an open mind, and you can't have light without the dark, and vice versa. Like I preach that. And to experience that firsthand and see that firsthand, there's nothing else that it could have been.
Meanwhile, the empty building is alive with paranormal activity. After a strong hit on the REM pod, an unexplained voice and loud bang are captured.
I don't believe that it fully intends to hurt people, per se, but it doesn't want to go anywhere. And it will do whatever it needs to do by any means necessary to stay.
And I know that this perception of what we went through is not going to resonate with everybody, and it's not going to, some people aren't going to like it, but we have to say it as it is. We have to call it out as it is. We can't play this game of be safe and please everybody and play this PG level of paranormal, because there's so much more going on.
Scary yet exciting.
As the investigation comes to a close, at one of the most mysterious locations in America, Cam and Lydia were put to the test.
So many emotions.
Documenting some of the most profound paranormal activity.
It has since stopped, as you can see.
From psychiatric patients roaming the halls and demonic entities dwelling below. What keeps the haunting alive at Edinburgh Manor?
If that's you, make it go off again.
No matter your beliefs, the energy and activity at this location is very real. Take a walk down the decrepit halls, into the empty rooms, and see if memories of the past share a message with you. But be warned, there is something dark still lurking in the basement. Playing off the minds of investigators, scratching people and instilling fear.
Each floor is different, everything feels different.
The true essence of duality, the light and the darkness.